What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am here to do my Ring of Honor's Mass Hysteria Lowell 2019 predictions. Now, Mass Hysteria Lowell happens this Sunday, live and exclusively on Honor Club from the Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. Now, this Mass Hysteria card is pretty stacked. As of right now, we have 6 big matches with 3 Ring of Honor titles on the line. So I'm very excited to do my Mass Hysteria predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Mass Hysteria Lowell after our last Ring of Honor event, which was Best in the World back in Baltimore, Maryland, we went 5-3. So our overall record coming in is 270, 91, and 2. So we're coming in really hot, El Fuego right now in Ring of Honor predictions on the channel, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue our red hot winning ways. We're on an 8 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we make it number 9. Hopefully. I hope you guys are able to watch all the videos I put up on the channel. As always, show your support on these videos by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons and that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, as a first time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked to go in if you're a huge fan of Ring of Honor like myself, and you're ready for this Mass Lowell event in Lowell, Massachusetts. Welcome to the Dangerous Lines. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just 2. Whoop, whoop. Good, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, which they probably will, I'll have them in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 6 big matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first matchup. It is a one-on-one first ever meeting. On one side, he is a multiple-time tag team champion, a former member of the Nexus, the Core, and Johnny Mundo Slamtown. He is the Darewolf PJ Black. And his opponent is the former 2-time Ring of Honor television champion and one of my favorite heels in Ring of Honor, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. Now, it's crazy to think that these two veterans have never met one-on-ones, but I'm very excited that they're going to meet here at Mass Hysteria. Now, starting off with PJ Black first, PJ Black's 2019 in Ring of Honor has not been really great. I mean, his big victory on television was against Eli Isom, and here's a crazy dangerous fact, his last victory at an Honor Club / pay-per-view for Ring of Honor got to go all the way back to this past May at War of the Worlds in Chicago against a young lion, Alex Coughlin. So, PJ Black's 2019 has only got 2 big wins against a few cupcake opponents. So, PJ Black is looking to get a big win against a legit threat in Ring of Honor. Then on the other side, you have professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young, coming off his loss to Jonathan Gresham in that Pure Rules match at Best in the World, and he's looking to put some misery on the Darewolf, no pun intended, and get back on the winning track. So, coming from me in this first ever meeting between these two veterans one-on-one, I'm going to go with Silas Young to defeat the Darewolf PJ Black by any means. And now the next matchup. It is for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are the #1 contenders for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles, and they are Ring of Honor's biggest tag team. They are the team of the Walking Strip Mall, Brian Malonis, and the Beer City Bruiser, the Bouncers. And the Bouncers will be challenging the winner of the Manhattan Mayhem New York City Street Fight on Saturday between the reigning and defending Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Grails of Destiny, facing off against the former 10-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes. Now, the Bouncers won a Tag Team Gauntlet matchup at State of the Art Portland to earn this #1 shot at these Tag Team titles, and they're looking to capitalize on a technicality, because really, they're just waiting for the winners from Saturday and then challenge the winner of that matchup at this event. And street fights, there's no way either the Briscoes or the Grills of Destiny are going to be 100%. So the Bouncers are in a prime position that will quite possibly bring home the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Now, they did hit a snag on Ring of Honor television, losing to the Kingdom of TK and Vinny Marsalius. So if the Bouncers do win the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles here, the Kingdom deserve a shot at those belts of TK and Vinny Marsalius. So, coming from me in this matchup for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, I don't even drink, and I love the Bouncers. They're such a fun team to watch, and I hate using that term "fun team to watch," but they're just amazing to watch in the ring. coming from me, I'm going to go with the winner of that tag team street fight on Saturday at Manhattan Mayhem, either the Guerrillas of Destiny or Briscoes, to retain the Ring of Honor tag team titles here by any means and defeat the Bouncers. And now the next matchup. It is a huge one-on-one grudge match on one side. He is the former Ring of Honor World Champion, and he's looking to avenge easily his worst loss in his Ring of Honor career. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Dalton Castle, and his opponent is the only undefeated wrestler right now in Ring of Honor 2019, and he's looking to continue his undefeated streak. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is El Toro Blanco Rush. Now, starting off with Dalton Castle first, ever since that loss to Rush at G1 Supercard at Madison Square Garden, Dalton Castle has definitely changed for the better, in my opinion. He got rid of the boys. His wrestling has not been more. He has not done the flamboyant stuff. He's all methodical and wrestling based. And I think this, and with his big win over Dragon Lee at Best in the World, Dalton Castle is looking to finish the second half of his puzzle by defeating Rush and ending his undefeated streak. They're on the side, you have Rush coming in after his big victory over Flip Gordon at Best in the World to continue that winning streak. And it's crazy to think that Rush has been undefeated since December of last year. And here's a bold prediction from JT Dangerously. I predict Rush will be undefeated going into this year's final battle in December. So, coming from me in this huge one-on-one grudge match, this won't be a 20-second match. I guarantee it. But I'm going to take El Toro Blanco Rush to remain undefeated and defeat Dalton Castle by any means. And now the next matchup. It is for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is looking to win his first singles title in his Ring of Honor career, and he is 1/3 of the Shinobi Shadow Squad. He is the youngster Eli Isom. Eli Isom is challenging the reigning and defending Ring of Honor Television Champion, the heavy hitter Shane Taylor. Now, Eli Isom is getting a big opportunity here. This is his first singles title shot in Ring of Honor since he's been in the company. And with his track record of getting shocker wins over Silas Young, over Christopher Daniels, over Dalton Castle, and I think over Jay Briscoe as well, Eli Isom is poised to shock the world once again and become the next Ring of Honor TV champion. Then there's the idea of Shane Taylor coming off his victory over Bandito at Best in the World, continuing the dominance of Ring of Honor TV champions at that event. And he's looking to add another victim to his list. He's looking to add Eli Isom to his list of victims and to continue his reign as the Ring of Honor TV champion and his quest to becoming the greatest TV champion in Ring of Honor's history. So, coming from me in this matchup for the Ring of Honor Television Championship, if anybody thinks Eli Isom doesn't have a chance, he has a very good chance. Don't be surprised he'll pull off an upset here. But coming from me, as soon as this guy won the TV title, I was on board with him. And he is damn sure deserved to be the champion. So coming from me, I'm taking my boy Shane Taylor to retain the Ring of Honor World Television title by any means and defeat Eli Isom. And now the next matchup. It is for the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are representing Lifeblood. They're looking to bring some gold back to their group. They're the team of Bandito, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, and Overkill Mark Haskins. and Lifeblood is challenging the reigning and defending Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions. They are representing Villain Enterprises, consisting of the reigning NWA Tag Team Champions, the teams of Brody King and the man who is indeed not human, PCO. And then you have the leader of Villain Enterprises, the former Ring of Honor Television Champion and a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop! He is the one true villain, Marty Scurll. Now, starting off with Lifeblood first, this is a big opportunity for Bandito, Haskins, and Hot Sauce to win their first singles or trios title in their Ring of Honor career. And coming off the shocking betrayal from Flip Gordon to Lifeblood, Lifeblood is looking for some revenge. And the best way they can get revenge is to take the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles from Villain Enterprises. The other side, you have the Villain Enterprises team who have been the tag team champs since March of this year, and this is only their second title defense. Now, you got Brody King and PCO. They're already the NWA tag team champions. You got Marty Scurll, the one true villain, and with the shocking reveal of the fourth member being Flip Gordon, at best in the world, the mercenary, the understudy, looks like Marty and Flip take Japan, is now Marty and Flip take on Ring of Honor. So, coming from me in this huge matchup for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles, I like this Lifeblood squad, especially Bandito and Overkill Mark Haskins, but coming from me, Villain Enterprises is taking over the world, and they're taking over Ring of Honor, and that's for sure. So coming from me, I am taking Villain Enterprises to retain the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles by any means and defeat Lifeblood. And now the main event. It is a huge six-man tag team battle with momentum at stake for Summer Supercard in Toronto. On one side, first, he could be coming in as the new three-time Ring of Honor World Champion, and he is indeed the franchise. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Jay Lethal. Next, you have Ring of Honor's resident submission specialist, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. And finally, you have making his in-ring return after a year-long absence. He is a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion with Kushida. They were known as Time Splitters. He was the former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with his Motor City Machine Gun mate, Chris Sabin. A former TNA Tag Team Champion with Chris Sabin as well. He is a former X Division Champion, and he is the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World Championship at Summer Supercard. He is Alex Shelley. And their opponents, all representing the Kingdom, consisting of the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the team of the Sassy Wild Horse TK Orion, the Horror Master Vinny Marsalius, and the leader of the Kingdom and the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, the fightingest Ring of Honor World Champion in history. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about, you Melvins. Taven. Now, this one's going to be a fantastic six-man tag team battle, but it's all going to come down to what's going to happen on Saturday with Jay Lethal challenging Matt Taven for the Ring of Honor World Championship, because we already know Alex Shelley has challenged the winner for that matchup at Summer Supercard in Toronto in August. So Alex Shelley could be tag teaming with the new Ring of Honor World Champion, or he could be facing the Ring of Honor World Champion Matt Taven. So one of those things is definitely going to happen. But it's crazy to think that Alex Shelley hasn't wrestled in over a year. I've been watching Alex Shelley since his TNA days, when he was doing the whole paparazzi production stuff. And it's crazy to think that he's got an opportunity to do what his partner Chris Sabin had a chance to do and become world champion. And Chris Sabin became TNA world champion. But now it's Alex Shelley's turn to maybe quite possibly be the next Ring of Honor world champion. There it is how you have the Kingdom coming in. TK and Vinny already have a victory over the Bouncers, so if the Bouncers do win, or whoever the tag team champions come out of that matchup, you already know TK and Vinny get the first shot, because they're a team that is very underrated, and a lot of people don't talk about them as much, but they are a great tag team. Then you have Matt Taven, the fightingest Ring of Honor World Champion in history, and I already know he ain't losing that belt on Saturday to Jay Lethal. That's for damn sure, because I can see Taven holding this belt all the way up to Final Battle to face off against Rouge. So, coming from me in this huge six-man tag team main event with momentum at stake for Summer Supercard in Toronto, man, I usually do not pick against the Kingdom, but this is Alex Shelley's first match in over a year, and he needs momentum for his first world title shot. So coming from me, I'm making this one wrong, but I'm going to go with the team of Alex Shelley, Jonathan Gresham, and Jay Lethal to defeat the Kingdom by any means. And those are my Mass Hysteria Lowell 2019 predictions. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning that huge six-man tag battle between Shelley, Lethal, and Gresham versus the Kingdom? Who do you have winning the TV title between Isom and Taylor? Who do you have winning the grudge match between Castle and Rouge? Who do you have winning the six-man tag battle between Lifeblood and the Villain Enterprise? And then who do you have winning that grudge match between PJ Black and Silas Young? Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to it, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video. This is the last video in the month of July, and we're going into a big month on the channel in the month of August. The Summer of Dangerously will heat up with some big prediction videos, like Summer Supercard predictions, TakeOver Toronto 2 predictions, SummerSlam predictions, Honor for All predictions in Nashville for Ring of Honor. Hopefully I'll be able to do the Super J Cup this year. All Out predictions for All Elite Wrestling. Royal Quest for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and next month I will be I'll be doing my Week 1 college football predictions. So hopefully you guys will be along for the ride in the month of August. Now, before you go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with friends, of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. I will see you guys on the first Monday of August, which is August 5th, for my New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, CMLL, and NWA Summer Supercard Toronto 2019 predictions, my NXT TakeOver Toronto 2 2019 predictions, Gargano Cole 3, and my SummerSlam 2019 predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.